This season on the Ultimate Cowboy Showdown. 14 cowboys from across the country are headed here to the rugged hills of Converse County, Wyoming to compete.
You don't just one day become a cowboy. It's either born into you or it's not.
Each of them seeking to prove they are the best of the best.
I will outwork you. I will outsmart you. I'll outwit you. I am not gonna be beat.
Woo! Real cowboys competing in real cowboy competition. And a set of rugged challenges to test their skills,
Y'all crazy as heck trying to do that. Hey!
heart,
If you say you're gonna follow a man, you follow him all the way till the end.
smarts, and grit.
Hey, watch out, watch out!
There's nowhere to hide from the judges. Each week we gather in the arena and someone is sent packing. I wanted somebody to step up and go, let's go, let's go.
I was working. Like, it's not like I wasn't working.
He has been a horrible team partner. It's been the Buck show the whole time. Truthfully, I think he wants to throw me under the bus because he can't beat me in all the rest of the competitions.
I really want to let you go. Pack your personals and hit the trail. Done here. At stake, $50,000 in prize cattle. An Aeroquip Q-Catch 87 series cattle chute and their new Healer portable corral that you can use to start a ranch of your own.
This rope, this loop's fixing to feed my family for the rest of my life. So it's time to go ahead and send it on out there and see what I catch.
14 cowboys chasing the same American dream.
You never break the barrier you're not trying hard enough. This means everything to my family.
I've had to prove myself to everybody. I'm tired of it.
Winner takes all.
I need to win it. I'm gonna win it. It has to happen.
You gotta wake up and you gotta want it. And if you don't want it, better just go back to bed.
This is the Ultimate Cowboy Showdown. It's move-in day. 14 cowboys are making their way to the ranch.
This place just keeps going forever.
I'm Keaton Barger. I'm 30 years old. I'm 6'2", 265 pounds. We grow them big in Arkansas.
This is gonna be wild like socks on a rooster. It's 30 degrees. You don't have anything like this in Arkansas. Wow.
Being a cowboy, I take it serious. It's kind of like wearing a badge. It's who you are. It's in your blood. And you can't change that. First one here, it's a little intimidating. This place is crazy. Snow, big, huge arena. It's a dream place for any cowboy. This is where you would dream to call home.
I'm Eddie Pena. I'm a South Texas cowboy, and I come from 5 generations of Mexican ranchers, cowboys, and vaqueros. My wife, Victoria, and my 2 boys, Preston and Sage, we just run a small-scale cow-calf operation.
Woo-wee. That was a long drive.
You better grab that jacket.
Easy, big guy. I also work in a coal mine, and that's a tough job. I work 12-hour shifts, 90 hours a week, weekends and holidays. It is brutal on your body, it's brutal on your mind, and it's even harder to get back into your duties as a cattle rancher, as a cowboy. Winning these $50,000 worth of cattle would be a dream come true for me and my family because it'll allow me to leave that coal industry behind and concentrate all my energy into ranching.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering how long it'd take them to get me some company.
How you doing, Eddie? Eddie Pena, nice to meet you.
Keaton Barger. My goal in this is I'm gonna make alliances. Alliances is what's gonna carry you further on. Well, that's a fancy jacket you got there. You kind of going for like the cowboy Vin Diesel look?
It was my grandpa's, man.
Really?
Yeah, it's an old Sears and Roebuck.
Wow. And it's got the gator buttons on it.
Yep.
So build those strong alliances, figure out who the weak ones are, and take care of business.
I'm Brianna Markham McLean, 4th generation rancher and rodeo operator, and I call myself a powerhouse boss.
I think we got a cowgirl.
Really?
I have made grown men cry. If they're not giving me what I'm expecting of them, I have no problem getting in their face and telling them.
How are you, ma'am?
Morning. How are y'all?
We're good, how are you?
I've won several buckles in numerous events, several saddles, probably upwards of around $80,000 in payout. I'm here to prove to everybody I'm not just an arena cowgirl. I've got what it takes to be and will be the ultimate cowboy.
You do a lot of team roping?
Yeah.
Cool.
In fact, I'm missing the women's pro finals to be here.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
I'm Coy Melanson, 27 years old out of Southeast Texas. I'm a day working cowboy. I feel like nobody can hold a candlestick to what I do on a day-to-day basis. So right now, it's just all the confidence in the world coming in here acting like I've already won this thing.
I call myself a buckaroo transplant, mainly because I wasn't born in the culture, but it was where I always strived to be.
Oh man, we got a buckaroo.
Oh, one of the old flat hatters.
Uh-oh.
We're in trouble
Norse.
now. This is
He's
their
Norse.
country. They know how to run around here.
I fell in love with the buckaroo culture, the way we dress, the way we walk, the way we work our horses and our cattle, our roping skills, and the way they wore their hats. You know, you won't see a flat hat like this down in Texas.
What's going on, Hans?
What's happening, fellas?
Hey.
I don't know about this guy. That's an awfully flat hat to be up in this area.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you. Nice hat.
Thank you, thank you. It's a nice cold Wyoming day, ain't it?
Thank God you're not from Texas, because it's Texas.
I live up about an hour and a half north of Spokane. My tags on my trailer are from Alaska. I'm from Mississippi originally, so it's just all over. It's just a little bit of everything. I think I'm still getting mail in Spain.
Man, those flat hatters, they're a different breed.
What's your last name?
Trailer.
Man, there ain't no more cowboy name than that. Cody Trailer.
I spent 8.5 years in the United States Air Force. I was a crew chief on C-17s and C-5s. Now I'm sitting at a crossroads looking where I'm wanting to go. Do I want to chase a dream with owning a ranch, or do I want to just cowboy?
My name's Diamond Jim. For an old man, I still got it. Got a pasture full of grandkids. When it comes to this competition, y'all ain't gonna see this grandpa coming.
Brianna McLean.
My pleasure, man.
Very nice to meet you, sir.
Let me guess. Texas.
Maybe just a little. You don't just one day become a cowboy. It's either born into you or it's not. Well, I was so dadgum much born into it. Whenever I hit this earth, I was born in the barn.
I'm Stephen Yellowtail. I'm a fourth-generation rancher. I'm a member of the Crow tribe. I was born and raised on the Crow Indian Reservation, and it's something that I'm very, very proud of. I've got an advantage over a lot of people because I'm used to the cold. My horses are. It's in my blood.
How are you?
Good. How are you guys? Stephen Yellowtail.
I'm Chris Becker. I'm a self-made cattleman. I grew up on a chicken farm. Don't underestimate me. I'm 140 pounds, 28 years old, looked at as a kid, but I have a chip on my shoulder, man. I gotta prove myself to everybody. How's everybody doing?
Oh,
Chris Becker.
We have mosquitoes in Southeast Texas bigger than some of these other cowboys around here.
Sal Campos, nice to meet you. My name is Sal Campos. I'm from Bloomfield, New Mexico, and I shoe horses and ride colts for a living.
Hi. Nice to meet you. My name's Stephen Heitman. I'm 24 years old. I'm from Edison, Colorado. I'm the head horse trainer at Freeman Ranch.
Nice to meet you.
Jamon Turner. My name is Jamon Turner. I'm a retired professional bull rider. Won over 85 buckles, well over $300,000 in my lifetime.
I'm out there meeting everybody, and the only thing that's going through my head is they're ranchy.
Buck Fowles. Cody Anthony, nice to meet you.
They walk cowboy, they talk cowboy. It's not your Ricky Rodeo, it's cowboy.
My name's Sarah Fody. I'm from Central Florida. I'm 5'5". I'm Italian, and I'm a straight crazy cowgirl.
Howdy, howdy.
How's the struggle?
Oh, let's go.
Sarah, good to meet you, man. What's your name?
Buck Fowles.
Buck. I'll never remember that.
Coy Melanson.
What is it?
Coy Melanson.
Oh, all these names. Usually people love me or they hate me. My personality is extremely strong.
Where are you from?
Florida.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Down, shot. Down there with the
It's gonna be a little warmer that way. I'm pretty aggressive, and anywhere I go, everybody knows me when I leave. Where are you from? It's got to be with a hat. That's, you know, it's, I don't know. I could be real bad about this, but I'm gonna say somewhere that way. You know, you tell a lot by a guy and their hat. When I see a flat hat cowboy, I feel like he may just be the guy that's behind the pack, driving the truck and trailer to the guys that already roped the cow.
No, northeast of Washington.
What's with the shape? Is that like a thing, or is that just like...
The buckaroo keeps the sun off your face. It looks good.
Like, I guess it's all about perspective. I just really, I don't get it. I just didn't know if you like left it on the dash for too long.
It just strikes me, the ignorance of some people when it comes to it. Where I'm at, this type of attire is normal. We pride ourselves in having a good flat hat. And to come up and the first thing you have to say is about a man's hat and you ain't never seen him work, well, that just ain't the way to be, if you ask me.
I think I might have upset him after the question about the flat hat. I'm not really sure if we're vibing or not or what's going on, but he now knows who I am, so.
Hey, look who's coming.
Is that Trace Atkins?
That is Trace Atkins.
How y'all doing?
Good. How are you, sir?
Good. Trace.
Stephen Hyde.
Stephen, how are you?
Trace Atkins is standing right there in front of us, and we're all kind of starstruck. He's intimidating. He's kind of a big, scary dude, but it's game on now.
Ladies, gentlemen, cowboys, welcome to the ultimate cowboy showdown. Welcome to Powderhorn Ranch. This is eastern Wyoming. We're surrounded by rugged mountains, rolling flatlands, and the wild beauty of the West. The terrain will be unforgiving and the temperature will be unpredictable. You've been chosen from hundreds of cowboys from across the United States, and this will be a real test to see which one of you is the best.
I know that I can go get the job done better than anybody. I am a boss, and I'm gonna be able to see when people are starting to crumble, when they're starting to have weakness, and I'm gonna take advantage of that.
You really can't trust anybody because at the end of the day, this is a game. This is a competition. They'll stab you in the back if they have to.
Being the best isn't just about being the strongest or the most talented. Having a drive and being able to kick into that next gear is what we're looking for. Who here has the most passion in chasing their American dream? The winner of this competition is going to have a good start on building that dream, because we're going to send you home with a herd of cattle worth $50,000.
You know, I've been wanting to be a cowboy ever since I was a little kid. And to be able to compete for something like the Ultimate Cowboy Showdown, to have that title, I mean, I've dedicated my whole life to all this.
There are 14 of you here now. Only one of you will make it to the end and earn that $50,000 worth of cattle. Tomorrow will be your first elimination challenge, so be ready. These challenges were created by cowboys to test your grit and skills. Today, we have one of those cowboys with us. Please welcome Booger Brown. When you put yourself out there in a leadership role, if your team loses, pack your stuff and go home.
We decided we're all gonna catch a horse and go ride around and check the ranch out. And that is an awesome opportunity for all of us to be able to see what the competition's like.
Whoa, there you go.
Y'all gotta keep up.
Cody Trailer out there, he's riding a big old gray horse, and he tends to ride in the front of the pack. That don't mean necessarily he's the leader by no means. He's riding the most unbroke horse here. The horse tends to run off. He's high-headed. People's making fun of him left and right, and I think he don't even realize it. Yeah, he ain't gonna be nothing to worry about.
He was Wing that sucker and he wasn't going nowhere. I was like, oh yeah.
Come over back here, you.
I got a pretty broad little array of people here, huh?
Yeah, I've earned my stripes that are on my shoulder. But as far as proving it to any of these contestants, I don't have anything to prove to those guys. As far as I'm concerned, they have a lot to prove to me. A lot of green crayons here.
Very green. Very green.
Very. My name's Cody Anthony. I'm from Center, Texas. Worked for a lot of different outfits, from cowboy to cowboss to manager.
Don't think it'll take too long to get a few of them weeded out, though. You?
No, I'm pretty sure they'll weed their own selves out.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see anything I'm worried about.
No.
By any means.
No. Cody Anthony's gonna be a strong competitor. He's dang sure one I want on my team. Don't want to be going up against him because it's gonna be pretty tough.
Here comes Brianna. Well, ma'am.
It's Brianna.
Brianna.
I just want to go ahead and correct you right now.
I'm Buck Fowson, 25 years old. I've worked on some of the biggest cow-calf operations. I will not let you beat me. And if you think you can, I will throw you so far under the bus and just stomp a mud hole in you. I am not gonna be beat. Well, that other gal, she's a little strong.
Oh, for sure.
She wasn't cutting no slack.
Not at all.
You know what?
Man.
I bet that girl's pretty handy. I bet she is.
It's either gonna go one of two ways with that. Like
Yeah.
either putting on a big front or pretty handy.
Well, I ain't gonna tell her she's not. She'll whoop my behind.
Right, chance. Right.
Don't want to take that chance.
Right.
It's morning in Douglas, Wyoming. Frigid 23 degrees, and the competitors have been summoned to the Upper Perry Creek pasture, where their first elimination challenge will be laid out for them.
This is first elimination challenge coming up. Heck, the excitement, it's just something you can't contain right now. But with this cold, you got to kind of keep it contained, kind of keep everything kind of close, because those little toes, they're ready to about fall off.
Morning, Cowboys.
Morning.
Welcome to your first elimination challenge. We're standing in Converse County, Wyoming, surrounded by the Laramie Mountains on the eastern edge of the Rockies. More than a mile above sea level, where the weather can flip on a dime. Now, these challenges were created by cowboys to test your grit and skills. Today, we have one of those cowboys with us who will tell you about your first challenge. Please welcome Booger Brown.
Man, we are big time fans of Booger Brown. My kids, my 5-year-old and my 7-year-old, my wife, we all been watching Cowboy Way since it first started airing.
Y'all guys all love Lonesome Dove, don't you?
Yeah.
We're gonna take some cattle and we're gonna cross the river just like Robert Duvall and Tommy Lee Jones done it in the miniseries. We've got 50 head of cattle over here, and that's worth $50,000, and that's y'all's prize money. You have gold tag cattle that's mixed in with the blue tag cattle. Each team will need to sort off 25 gold tags in the open pasture, leaving the blue tag cattle in the air-equipped corral. There is also 2 bulls that's mixed in the herd that need to be roped and loaded into a truck. Then you'll need to take your gold tag cattle down the ravine and across the river. There's only one safe path across this river, so make sure your cattle don't stray off from it. You got it?
Yes, sir. Not only will Booger be helping me judge today, but I've also brought with me my old friend, the owner of BS Cattle Company, Buddy Schnapp. To do this, I've separated y'all into 2 teams by picking random names from a hat. On my left is the green team, on my right is the blue team.
Well, I'm on the blue team. I think we got the best group of guys to work with. We got guys from all over, guys that have worked in different type of country, guys that are from different areas. And I think coming together, I think we'll be able to push each other forward through this challenge.
By the way, these will be your teams for the entire time, so get used to each other. Now, one person from the losing team will be going home. If you're on the winning team, you'll be safe from elimination.
I will win this competition. I'm gonna prove the world an old man still get it done. All day, every day, and twice on Sunday.
All right, we flipped coins, see who's gonna go first. Green team, you have the honor of kicking off the Wyoming edition of the Ultimate Cowboy Showdown.
You know, anytime you take a group and you say, all right, you're a team now, you got to learn real quick how we're going to communicate, strengths, weaknesses. Time is money.
As the green team gets ready, I'll be looking for who takes the lead and who doesn't. Being a leader is great if your team wins, but also creates the biggest target on your back if you lose.
They got one cow that don't want to even get in the creek.
If we don't get this cow across the river quick, we could be in some deep trouble tonight.
Us as the green team, I feel like we have a lot of strong individuals. Got me, Sal, Stephen Heitman, Brianna, Diamond Jim, Jamon, and Keith.
There's cattle strung all the way down them hills right there.
Okay.
I mean, the fastest way to move cattle, undeniably, is slowly.
A lot of people was okay with Diamond being the leader.
Yonder's the fence. If we can use the fence as part of our deal, and we'll just hold them up. 1 or 2 of us go in there and sort the blues out.
He's the elder. He's kind of used to taking charge, but I think that we need to hear each and every idea. the team, they kind of just put all their chips in with Diamond.
So if them golds just kind of stay coming this way oozing, that'd be pretty good.
All right, green team, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's try to do it in 90 minutes. Gonna get the gates opened up on the trail. Get that all ready.
Looks like they're just gonna go out and get them together. They're gonna go on both sides of them, looks like.
So we decided, let's go hold up the herd right in the center of this hill, and we'll just sort them gold tags off going to the corrals.
Let's bunch them
Let's
up and
just hold
regroup.
her here for just a second, and like one or two of us go in there and just scoop some out slowly. Last outfit I was on, I was a cowboy boss. A good leader does nothing, because the people that are underneath him, that are people that are behind him and working, heck, they make my job easy. Both bulls go right here. Who?
There's one right here, too. He's coming to you. There's a yellow one right here.
Looks like they're pushing the golds out. It's gonna hold the blues.
Guys,
Doing pretty good, right?
This cold weather's got them be a little bit quicker than normal, huh?
Yes, sir.
Gold tags coming to us, wanting us to take them to the barn.
Want to come get a little hay?
Let's get a count on them. I believe that's all of them.
With their 25 blue tags rounded up, it's time to push them to the portable corral.
Now we're cooking with gas right now. Hey.
We're gonna bring them back to the road.
Let's go back to the road with them. I bet these girls will walk in, check them up, check them up.
Diamond Jim is the clear leader on this team, and all eyes will be on him if he fails.
Looks like they're gonna take them around and put them in.
Ease them right on around.
Hey girls, hey girls, hey girls, hey girls.
Be able to get there.
Hey.
Look how smooth.
That was smooth.
Great.
That was good.
Down, come around
Hey girls,
there.
hey girls, hey girls, hey girls, hey girls.
Shut the gate, boys. Nice.
There you go.
Got them pinned.
This is where it's gonna get interesting.
This is gonna get good. Let's see the strategy. I got all them cows and bulls right here.
Closer to that trailer, the better off they're gonna be.
That's right. I just ease them right down here and get them right over
Bunch them
right
up and get them down here and then snatch them bulls
Yeah.
out.
Yep.
Yeah, just
Gentle as them cattle are, ease up in there, try to get them on the flattest land possible, throw a cheap shot on one and pull him out, put him in the trailer.
Check them, sis, check them. Slow them down.
Sorry, Saul.
Go ahead, sis, go around them. Jeez, oh, Pete. Kids.
Which way you want to go? Hey, you want to bring them
Where
this
you
way?
go is where we go with them.
I know I'm gonna go if y'all turn the cows.
We'll be all right.
Brown seems a little hot under the collar there, because maybe Diamond Jim's taking the lead there, trying to be top hand right off the get-go.
he's being the top hand, and she's just kind of confused on where maybe she needs to be.
Diamond is taking more of a lead than everybody else. You know, he was just being a little aggressive. Nobody made any mistakes. It's just learning who needs to be where.
Hey, Hereford!
That's a good loop and catch there by Colorado Cowboy Stephen Heitman. Sal and Brianna are in the hunt for the next bull.
I don't know what the heck their plan is. They just keep running them away from the dadgum pickup.
She needs to be roping, not running.
Sal misses. Jamon misses. Here comes Diamond Jim.
There it is. Yeah, good job. Good job.
Better get some help in there.
Somebody better help him out. Now we got his driver right to the trailer. Good job, Gareth. They'll just continue right on and pull in the trailer. Jim done a good job right there.
Stephen also did a good job in roping and holding that bull. Once they load it, they can gather their gold tags and head down the ravine and across the river.
There he is.
The green team had a good start, but chasing that bull around really ate up a chunk of their time.
The quicker they get them cattle gathered up and down the hill, the quicker they're gonna stop the clock.
Is that all of them?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Yeah, go straight between these two hills.
Yeah, right down that ravine.
They've got their 25 gold tags, and they'll need to drive them down the ravine and across the river for time to stop.
They got one cow that don't want to even get in the creek, so they're working on her.
If we don't get this cow across the river quick, it's just gonna keep eating her time. And if we're slower, one of us is going home, so we gotta get her across quick. Hey, 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 hey.
Get your feet wet, wing cha-cha!
They're done. Time's up.
With the challenge complete, the question for the green team is, did all those misses catching that bull and then that stray cow at the end cost them too much time? Because if they lose, one of them will be sent packing. Blue team's getting ready for the elimination challenge. They have Cody Anthony, Eddie, Coy, Chris, Sarah, Cody Traylor, and Stephen Yellowtail.
So I say we go hold row deer just up above.
Step one in these deals is who'll step up and be the leader. Looks like it's Stephen Yellowtail, but seems he isn't alone.
No, I say you drive them to the pen and you sort them there because they're going to want to stand right there.
We can't have them in the pen.
I said drive to the pen and sort them out and then drive the blue cattle into the pen.
Absolutely not. We can hold row deer close to the pen as close as we need to, right up.
So Yellowtail wants to take the lead. I get it. There's got to be a lead dog in every pack. But I think the lead dog in every pack actually needs to be the strongest pack dog. So when the guy's trying to tell us what to do and he wants to be the only one speaking, he doesn't want to hear other things, that's kind of when I get a little frustrated.
Crack the gate on the other side. We will have everything sorted before we ever come to that.
Y'all crazy as heck trying to do that.
I can't even hear myself think. She just yaps. I was pretty disappointed. I was really looking forward to working with her today, but she's just really hard to work with.
Who's going to the gate?
I'll run to the gate. Yeah.
Y'all ready?
I'm pumped. You know, I get to show off my skills to the judges, get to show off my skills to the other competitors. By the end of this, they're gonna know Chris, he's the sorting guy here.
All right, Blue team, we're gonna try to do this in 90 minutes.
One thing about this competition, you gotta work together, and they've already started out with a little bit of conflict.
Yeah.
We can sort on two ends, boys.
You got a blue right here.
Man, it's gonna be a cluster. We ought to get them together.
They're going together. Look at the cattle.
Hang on a minute. Why don't you clean up your stuff before you start?
We're taking blues to the pen. Gold's up.
Your cow.
These pens, where's the latch for these? It takes me a minute to figure out where the gate is on this contraption, but you know, you find it and you get them swung open. And the first thing I realize is these panels are heavy and they will roll down these hills. So you have to figure out a way to make these gates stay swung. That way you can get these cattle in.
Does someone want to grab them and just hold them up on the fence here?
I got it. Don't you worry, baby doll.
You guys got to watch your back holes, man. There's a lot of people from different areas of the U.S. and, you know, everybody wants to do it a different way.
Eddie, you got to come back here and hold the herd. Don't worry about those stragglers. We'll sort that when it gets to it.
She's in there yipping and yaying, making these big moves and cuts. She's blowing cattle over the top of us.
Come around, boys. She's putting way too much. That cow there's trying to run off. Step up, Sarah, step up.
Uh-oh. Now she's running in the herd. That's a big no-no. I don't understand the strategy of really wadding them up tight like that.
Gold tag right here in the back. Gold tag right here in the back.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Just let them guide that way. Yellow tag anyway, it don't matter.
Right up.
Gold tag on the outside.
Get that yellow tag out.
After a lot of bickering, looks like they're finally moving, sorting the gold tags off as they go. Cody Traylor's taking way too much time setting up the corral. His team needs him to help sort cattle. It's not that hard to get the panels in position.
Eddie, back up a step.
You want to ride my horse for me?
All right, I won't say nothing when they come on your side, old son.
Why don't everybody just keep their mouth shut and do their job and watch what's going on?
You know, this team here's got a lot more to say to each other than the last team.
I got it right here.
They have a few more gold tag cattle to sort off before they can put the blue tags in the pens.
Be all right.
Yeah, buddy.
Get them in there now!
All right, well, hold on. There's a lot going on around that pen right now. Trailer, get out of there.
Chris.
Yeah, I'm going this
Step up,
way.
ladies.
Get out, get away from the gate. Get on your horse.
Why is he standing in the gate hole? If you're getting off your horse in a gate hole to close a gate and not on your horse, you ain't no cowboy.
Looks like they got all the blue tags and they're closing the gate.
Let them go on across. We got one more cow to come.
Cattle are crossing over to the other side of the corral.
The gate's open!
Chris.
Hey, look at there.
The gates are unchained on the other
my
side.
goodness.
Just don't let any more out. We'll just ease them to them.
That was Cody James's job to check the gates.
Sure was.
Yeah, I made a mistake by not going and checking that outside gate on the back pen that we dumped those cows into. But thankfully, Eddie was right there in place. When that gate came open and they were able to push them all back in and keep all those cows from spilling out.
Make sure all those gates are changed right there good.
Let's go sort the bulls.
After what could have been a big wreck, it's time for the blue team to go rope their 2 bulls and get them in the trailer.
Go get that gate. Go get the trailer gate.
Yeah.
You bet.
Texas cowboy Cody Anthony makes it look easy, roping the first bull.
Hey, hold on. Stay out of the way, man. You're going to make him run off. You know, and if Cody Trailer keeps getting in the way, I'm going to slam the trailer gate in his face, you know? Dadgum.
Load up, bull. Load up. Shut your gate. Shut your gate. Shut this gate. This other back gate. You can't close that gate. I'm kind of worried about Cody Trailer, you know what I mean? Dragging and loading, and that's something we do every day, but I'm not sure it's something that he does every single day. And from just the way he looks and the way he carries his rope, I don't see it happening for him.
Stephen Yellowtail has a rope on the second bull.
You know, I'm showing out. I'm roping, I'm sorting. I work in the cold, I work in the heat, in the rain, in the wind. It don't matter. I get my job done.
Get on up in there.
Hey,
Hey.
All right, we're good.
We got the bulls loaded, we got the blue tags in the pens, and we've got to make it to them yellow tag cattle and get them across that river. Time is ticking.
Hey, girls.
Easy, mama.
Blue team may have had a rocky start, but they really made up for a lot of lost time getting those bulls caught so quickly.
Looks like the crew's getting along a lot better, too.
There's not as much arguing
No.
as there was sorting.
Come on. Get across that river. Get across that river.
Hey, girls.
Get across that river.
Put a little pressure on
Get
them,
across
Coach
that
Tyler.
river. Get across that river. Get across that river.
Don't let
Come on, guys, shove on them. You got to stop the clock.
Yes. Hey, get around.
There,
Hey,
all.
girls. Hey, girls.
All right, it's time for the blue team.
That's where it's at, man.
I think we did good, guys.
We'll see if their lack of a cohesive plan at the top and the escaped cows from the corral cost them too much time, which will result in one of them going home. Welcome to your first elimination. Don't get too full of yourself. One of you's going home.
So, blue team, how'd y'all do?
I'm just going to say we won. I mean, that's just it. Tonight's our first elimination, and someone's going home. I feel pretty confident myself. I know I made a mistake on the panels, but I think I redeemed myself.
We don't know who won the elimination. We don't know who's going home.
When they told us what this challenge is, I was so excited. I felt like I put myself out there, but I was confident in my plan.
Is there a clear cut, gotta go home on y'all's team?
For sure. For sure.
Uh-oh.
Maybe I gave the wrong plan, it didn't work, and then it's on me.
We're walking down to the arena, getting cold. Some of us are kind of nervous. I am.
I know we did a pretty good job, but we did have a few hiccups along the road. And I feel like one of us might be going home tonight. And I'm just praying that it ain't me.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to your first elimination. Let's start with the green team and how you think you did.
I ain't got a problem one with any of them. Everybody's on point and we got the job done.
I got one problem with what y'all did. You drove your bulls away from your trailer to catch them. Who in the world drives something away from the trailer to go catch it and put it in the trailer? I got a problem with that.
Diamond, when you get out there and you take the lead, that's the fine line you got to walk in this competition. When you put yourself out there in a leadership role, don't get too full of yourself. If your team loses, who we gonna blame?
This ain't gonna be worth the tinker's dang right here because something's fixing to blow up.
Blue team, who wants to speak on y'all's behalf?
We failed at communication. We all didn't work as a team.
Green team, before you ever started out, you all seemed to be on the same page, and because of that, as well as some good cowboying, you got it done in 28 minutes. Blue team, you guys were 38 minutes. Green team, you're safe from elimination tonight. Nobody's going home from the green team. We set the moment. Green team, congratulations. Go sit on the fence.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We were 10 minutes faster than the other team. Yes.
I don't know if my old rear can get up there.
You got it, come on.
All right, there's 7 of you here. 1 of you's going home. All right, there's 7 of you here. 1 of you's going home. Whenever we split y'all up into teams, you guys seemed to be real excited about the team that you had. Seemed to be real confident. And then whenever you started strategizing, we started noticing something fairly quickly. What was that, Bug?
Communication.
Communication. What was going on there?
I'll take full responsibility for that. I'm the oldest one on here, and too many people with too many ideas. I'm not going to take any strategy away from anybody, but I lacked in just stopping and saying, let's do it this way, and if it works, then I'll take the responsibility, but I didn't, so that's why I take full responsibility for that.
You think you top hand?
No, sir. I mean...
You don't think you top hand?
Not today, I don't. I don't think I stood up for where I was at or what I should have done. Not at all.
I'm gonna say it right now, any of you, if you don't think you top hand, you ought not be here. If you don't think right now that you top hand, pack your stuff and go home. Don't ever answer that question like that again.
Yes, sir.
Who was chief strategist in this outfit?
There wasn't one. That's what the problem was, is that we didn't have one.
I felt like from the get-go, you know, we wanted to go with Stephen Yellowtails.
When I spoke up with my plan, I said, if you guys don't mind, I would like to ride in and sort first. And I asked permission out of respect for them.
I don't really think that's how that went, boss. I don't ever think you ask anything. You just kind of come in there real strong, was like, hey, this is how we're gonna do it.
Whoa. You're exactly right. But have you ever unloaded somewhere and there was nobody leader? Nobody was the boss?
Stephen, I mean, that was your plan. If I didn't send you home, who else should I send home?
I think Sarah had a little bit of selfishness.
Can I cut in or do I have to let him talk?
I just think her selfishness took the chance from a lot of the other cowboys on the team to show their skills as well.
You may call it selfishness, you may call it confidence.
So when we had our little group meeting where boss was telling us how, you know, we were just gonna fall into play to his idea, which is fine. There was no like, hey, I'm gonna be the one sorting. So we got there, he pulled a cow off to the left. There was no sense for him to ride all the way back through the herd when there was a blue tag to the right. Yeah, it got a little waspy at one point because we were a couple man down because of whatever, but it wasn't like I just run in there and was like, hey, get back there. No, that definitely did not happen.
And Cody, what was your role here in the beginning of this thing?
Well, I got out there and got that outside gate opened up. Tried to get that inside gate opened up, but gravity took effect on that one. So I took some hay string, got those other panels open, and brought them into the pen.
And then they went right out the back.
And then they went right out the back door because I looked at that chain on that panel and I thought it was wrapped around it and tight, and when they got to milling inside there, they bumped that and that thing came open.
That could have been a terrible mistake.
Yes, sir.
So if I didn't send you home for making that mistake, who should I send home?
I think it'd be Sarah.
Why?
Well, not only has she been a thorn in my side since we got here, but I think that the cross communication and cutting in on people when they're trying to make a plan, you know, Stephen hadn't had 3 words out.
Baby doll, I didn't leave a gate open.
Eddie, who you think ought to go home?
I think our biggest problem was communication.
Guys, we're past that point of what happened in the beginning, the communication thing. We got to that, we got it done. But when we were sorting cows, we were a man down. How long does it take to go check those pens? It takes 10 minutes for me to set them up by myself, to unload them, bust them out, and check 4 chains. So when one man goes down there to check 4 chains, how long does that take? He never showed back up to the herd.
I can't tell you enough, Cody, about tying a gate. You think we're harping on the situation about tying a gate? Let me tell you something, you're lucky to still be here tonight. Out there in the real crew, you'd have went home today.
Yes.
Cody Traylor, my hat's off to you. You served 8 years in the Air Force. But you done here, my man. Pack your personals and hit the trail.
See you, man.
Yeah, man. See y'all later. You know, I came here for a dream. I came here to give me a direction in life, and well, it didn't work out. My door with the Air Force is closed, and well, now my door with the Ultimate Cowboy is closed, and I reckon I'll load up in the pickup and find somewhere to go. There's some cows that need to be worked somewhere.
That's how this thing goes. You may be the best hand that's ever set a horse, but you might make a mistake to send you home. That's life, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Go get some sleep.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right, these sons of bucks, they want to play like that, I can play like that. And they're gonna have to outride me and they're gonna have to outrope me. And I'm certain that Stephen Yellowtail's understanding the fact that he can't outride me or outrope me.
I would have liked to seen Sarah go. I think the blue team has just as much ability as the green team. Now what we lack is just mutual respect.
If I can keep my team on the winning end of it, we're not on the chopping block. Let Team Blue just keep whacking away at themselves. They're gonna do it.
Let's just step on up, bunch of chicken snaps over there. Come on, Ponytail.
What's that?
I mean, come on, don't be like, oh, you're so selfish. You didn't say crap when I rode in that herd, and if you did, you just whisper into that mouse in your pocket.
Hear over you. All you do is talk, 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 talk.
I mean, you get my blood pressure up. I can't deal with you.
Has your blood pressure ever been down?
A little bit, a little bit, a little bit.